Hello everyone, welcome to ixamBee. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon. Today I am going to talk about how you can be ready for SEBI Grade A 2022. The exam for SEBI Grade A 2022 is expected to be around 20th of Feb, which leaves you with less than 2 months for the exam to prepare for. So what you can do, how you can prepare, and how you should ensure that you are ready to face this exam is what my purpose is for this video today. Before I start, let's understand the importance of SEBI. I'm sure you all have read that a huge number of IPOs have come in 2021. Every day we do see some news or the other about some IPO being coming in, some share, some company getting listed. To give you a number, around 63 IPOs have come in 2021 alone. This is a huge number when we compare it to the last 2 years when there were only 15 and 16 IPOs that came out in 2020 and 2019. So almost a 4 times or 5 times the increase in the number of IPOs. To give you an understanding of the amount that has been raised, 1.18 trillion has been raised with the help of these IPOs, of these 63 IPOs in the primary market. So simple question that you can write in the comments box. What is a primary market? And so this is a news item I came across today in the Mint newspaper today morning, where I was reading that around 1.18 trillion rupees has been raised through 63 IPOs in the primary market. And how the performance of the other IPOs will depend, of course, on the performance of the secondary market. So question for you, what is a primary market and what is a secondary market? You can write in the comments box. The story doesn't end here. What is more interesting to see is that around 32 companies have actually got SEBI's approval to raise money in 2022 calendar year also. So another important point to note here is that when a company decides to come out with an IPO, they first need approval of SEBI. What is SEBI? SEBI is the capital markets regulator. So they have to file a DRHP, another term that you can write about what it is, in the which has to be approved by SEBI. Only then the companies can actually start the process of an IPO. So yes, IPOs has been in the news all this year round, and even today is going to be, I think, the last SEBI board's meeting for 2021, and it is expected that they will come out with norms for the IPO pricing and also the investors, especially the anchor investors for the IPO. So yes, we will get this news soon. What I am been hinting at is the role of SEBI in the capital markets. It is the capital market regulator, and day by day the role of SEBI is only increasing as the size of the capital market in India keeps increasing every year. So it is very important to understand the organization you are aiming to be a part of. Don't just clear the exam, make a career with it, because it can be a very bright career. If you want to know a little more details about how the career will be in SEBI and what SEBI is, there is a video that I had done before 4 weeks back by the name of Make a Career, which you can refer to. Here let's come back to our exam point. As I said before, the expected expected exam is supposed to happen around 20th of February. So that 20th of February, and your mains exam is expected to be 1 month after that, around 20th of March. This is of course dependent on any change that may happen because of external factors of COVID. So we have to prepare ourselves keeping in mind 20th February as our exam date. So some of you may have the question, am I eligible to sit for the SEBI Grade A exam? So this is the eligibility criteria that was given by SEBI in its last notification in 2020, which for the general stream, if you are sitting for the general stream, any master's degree in any discipline will be considered. A bachelor's degree in law and a bachelor's degree in engineering will be considered here, and if you are a CA, a CFA, CS or a cost accountant, then also you will be eligible. This is a brief about the selections that have happened, the profile of the students, eligibility profiles of the students who got interested. Why is this important for you to understand is when we read about SEBI, that it's a capital market regulator, and there is a primary market, a secondary market, there are IPOs, there is in the syllabus there is accounts, there is finance, there is costing. The general notion of people is that only finance background students will are eligible, or they have an upper hand or a preference in clearing this exam. This is the biggest myth. So you are very much eligible if you have a master's degree in any subject, whether it's science, commerce, accounts, arts, any discipline. If you have a master's degree, you are eligible. And if we see the selections, yes, there had been 29 selections who were CA and 3 cost accounting, 2 CS and CFA, but there was a huge number that was non-finance also, right? So this is a myth that this is a vacancy for finance students. No, it is a vacancy for every kind of a student who has any of these eligible qualifications, and even students clear it and become SEBI grade officers irrespective of the degree that they hold. So let's come to understand the selection process. The selection happens in 3 phases. The first phase is qualifying in nature, which consists of 2 papers. The first paper is your aptitude paper of quant, reasoning, English and GA, and the second paper is your professional knowledge paper, which consists of 6 subjects: accounts, finance, costing, companies act, economics and management. The phase 2 has a 35% weightage in your final selection. It also consists of 2 papers. The paper 1 is descriptive English and has a 1/3 weightage, and paper 2 is the same paper that we have talked about in phase 1, consisting of these 6 subjects of costing, accounts, finance, companies act, economics and management, and it has a 2/3 weightage. So same paper is here also, and it has a 2/3 weightage. And then once you clear your phase 2, your final step to clearance is the interview, which has a 15% weightage in your final selection. So that is the selection process, and if you can see in the entire selection process, paper 2 has a significant role to play. First, in your qualifying in the first phase, and second, in phase 2, it has a 2/3 weightage overall in your written exam, and it also helps you in your interview stage. So paper 2 becomes a very important part for you to prepare. So what should be your strategy for SEBI Grade A 2022? Here we will discuss about how you should actually strategize for paper 2, which is important, has a higher weightage in the selection. Plus, this has been a common paper in various other exams. So analyzing the trends of news, analyzing the past year papers, analyzing similar type of papers that have happened, we have come up with the strategy for areas that you should be focusing on. When it comes to commerce and accounts, very important to have conceptual clarity. The topics that will be of utmost importance will be your financial statements, both from the analysis point of view and the preparation point of view of these financial statements. Then there are a long list of accounting standards that have been mentioned. The more important ones to focus on are inventory, depreciation, cash flow and revenue recognition. There can be certain numericals. Mostly they revolve around conceptual clarity. So if actually your first point is clear, This will not be very difficult to do, but you can practice ratios, depreciation and inventory related numericals also. And share transactions, I think, will be another important area for you all to understand in this segment. Second comes to costing. Again, conceptual clarity. Actually, certain questions have been very conceptual and in fact very definition based. So it's not as difficult as it made to appear. Certain important and concepts that are repeated again and again are break even and marginal costing analysis and standard costing, which you can cover, which you should recover. And simple, easy, moderate, conceptual type of numericals from these topics is good enough for you to prepare for the costing paper. When it comes to finance, there may be a syllabus, but it is more financial awareness type of questions that are being asked on a recurring basis. Like I was discussing IPO. IPO per se will not be named in the syllabus, but it is a part of the capital markets. Now they asking anything about IPO can be a part of the finance, where they are asking general financial awareness questions. And certain questions in the past have also come from IT. When I say IT here, basically it is income tax and your GST rules. These questions also revolve around your financial awareness as a taxpayer or a prospective taxpayer in the country, rather than being an expert at these laws. So finance, actually the focus of your finance preparation should be around financial awareness, being aware what is happening in the financial markets, what is happening in the economic setup of the country. Companies Act is easy, very easy to do if you know how to prepare. So here the focus should be to memorize certain sections which relates to certain important timelines and powers given to certain entities in a company. And the important topics will be the prospectus topic, auditors, directors, especially your independent directors, and the dividend. These are some of the even more important topics under the Companies Act that you should focus on. In economics, the syllabus has been provided into two parts, part A and part B. Part A is more core economic aspects. Here, if you are not comfortable, no need to get into every aspect of the syllabus. Knowing the core economics related to the law of demand and supply and the money related, your monetary aggregates, the ISLM curve related aspects, it'll be good enough for you to prepare on the core economics part. And when it comes to macroeconomics, which is more about the Indian economy and what is, again, this is something which is more economic awareness related questions. Simple concepts related to fiscal and monetary policy are asked on a recurring basis. So that is how you should focus to prepare for your economics aspect. And management is again easy. 2 or 3 readings of the definitions, key points related to management functions, roles of manager, and leadership and motivation theories will prepare you well for the management part. This is like a low hanging fruit which you can help to increase your score overall. So you have to ready yourself like this. ixamBee is also ready to prepare you on all these aspects. In addition to our existing courses that were used in 2020, we have strengthened it further to add numericals based tests. Financial awareness classes are being added, are being discussed, and peripheral conceptual questions are being discussed with the help of news to increase your breadth of preparation for this exam. Taxation related content has also been added for SEBI course based on the types of questions from taxation, out of syllabus taxation questions that have been asked. Live classes discussions are done to help strengthen your concepts. And we have the best finance faculty, 3 finance faculty, as you can see. Myself, Prachi Agarwal, I have a 10 years corporate experience in the financial markets, and I have been mentoring for government exams from the past 4 years at ixamBee. Neha Arora Ma'am, MBA in Financial Management and a faculty for Accounts and Commerce. She has 5 years of teaching experience. And then Shikha Malhotra Ma'am, our newest faculty, who is an MCOM and MPhil and FRM CFA qualified. She has 11 plus years of experience in the financial sector, and she is now also a faculty for finance for the SEBI course. We have already started our classes, a 56 hours class plan to cover the important concepts related to paper 2. Here is a glimpse of the classes that we have already started from the 14th of December to continue till the exam of SEBI phase 1 to cover all your concepts for paper 2. Our expert faculty for all the subjects for QRE, GA, your accounts, commerce, finance, economics, and descriptive English, which has a very good 1/3 weightage in your final selection. So if you want to avail any benefit from this, we are running the new year offer right now, which you can use to get good discounts on the SEBI Grade A courses. Thanks everybody for joining in. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon.